This is Lee with 82 Gaming 12, and this will be video 10 of the video series I'm doing over the Battle of Talavera. And trying to figure out if I can stop this camera from shaking. I guess it's going to shake if I just barely touch the table. So I guess, let me try to turn it around so that I'm attached to a different table. See if that makes any difference. Okay, there we go. All right, so I was interrupted in the last video, and I was in a process of needing to roll. Well, no, I know what I'm doing. I've got to move. I played this gorilla card, so the movement is going to be this right here at the top, 4 and 6, and I played it for points, so it's a -1, and it gave me those gorilla markers out here that I guess you can barely see. Okay, we turn to them and then pull in. I did find the gorilla markers. So that's what I've got going on there. And they've got to deploy no closer than 7 hexes to enemy units. And they've got to be in an unoccupied hilltop hex. So it costs +1 movement point to move into the guerrilla zone of control. All rules for vendettes apply to guerrillas. Exceptions. And it lists 25.82 to 25.85. All French units within distance of a guerrilla on hilltop, town, or chateau may be examined by the coalition player, then immediately hidden. So basically they provide reconnaissance. And then at the coalition player's option, the guerrilla marker is removed and replaced with a roadblock marker if the guerrilla is in a roadblock eligible hex. And so there's got to be a trail or a road that is at a slope is one of the locations. I think they can be also in a woods or a orchard hex, something like that. I can look at that. I don't know that it's going to really apply, but it's listed in the special rules. So in a road or trail hex at the end of a bridge, in a town hex, slope hex, or woods hex. So, all right, so let's come back to everybody else. All right, so I'm moving the formations that are in command. So Quest to put Portego in command, and they're going to move to engage the part of the 4th Corps. So all right. So Linearis has a movement of 4. Moving on this road, that's 1, 2, and then they can go 3, 4. This one here is going to go here, and then this artillery unit is going to move there. Okay, in the hope that he can get some help from some of these other Spanish divisions. Okay. Let's take a look at what else we have. Now, I do have, I'll go ahead and move them. I've got 2 march orders. One is Albuquerque, and this is where they have to march to. And so they can actually go past this, but they have to stay, you know, in the area where they still stay in command. So moving along this trail, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then the rest of Albuquerque, the guns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They move to stack there. 1, 2, 3, move to there. And Albuquerque's going to move to there. Okay, and then, so the other one is Bassincourt. He has orders as well. So okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. All right. And then with the British, we've got let's try to get situated here. All right. All right, so Payne, he lost one of his regiments. Heavy cavalry. So his light cavalry is going to step right. Well, here 1, 2, 3. So the cavalry is going to go there. Okay, and then we have Hill. One, 2, 3. He'll go. Gonna move that artillery there. Stuart unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cost an extra movement point to stack. So if you're going to move them together, you need to move them together when you move them, instead of like I just did and kind of waited there. So that's Hill. Okay, here we got Sherbrooke. That's part of Mackenzie. So Sherbrooke is going to move Lowell into there. Keep both of these artillery units here together. They're going to stay there. Well, Mackenzie's going to have to send this, Mackenzie, I think that should be, let's see. The Mackenzie Brigade is going to have to go across to be able to take on this French regiment, the 4th Regiment of the 4th Corps, because otherwise this artillery is going to have to go alone. So Mackenzie will go across. Sillery will Sillery, I think, I'm going to move him here. Well, no, I don't think I can do that. stacking wise, it's any two combat units. If they all belong to the same division, they can stack 3 in a hex. Well, that would be, they're not the same division. So, and then Donkin, I'm going to move down 1. Okay, and the orchards. I think they're just, yeah, just 1. So 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3 to stack. Okay, and so Mackenzie will stay there. And he's in command. Okay, so now what we do, well, I've got Lawson here. Okay, who do those guys belong to? Where's their leader at? The 4th Brigade. What happened to him? Did I not have him out here? Something's fishy about that. Yeah. Did they not have their leader? Excuse me. It's like, well, where's he at? Something doesn't make sense here. I may have to look that up. What we have is we've got the question here of the 4th Brigade seems to be missing its commander. So if I look for the British, well, that's Campbell. Yeah, he should be there. Where's he at? I wonder if did I lose him? Is he on the floor? Where's he at? I looked here in my stack. That means they would have to act by initiative only. Well, I could actually put them in command with Wellesley's independent orders. So, but it seems like there should be it's almost like, well, did I do something with them? Did I misplace them? Or not? Well, the only way to find out is to look in the box. And see. Okay. No? He should be there. He should be a 3-6. And for whatever reason, I guess I've lost him. So I guess that means I'm going to have to just use replacement. See if I have one that's, there's a 3-6. All right, so until I can discover what happens to Campbell, Pakenham is going to be their leader. Okay. So, the 4th Division. Okay. So, now I've got a roll. So, Wellesley doesn't have enough command points to activate all of his commanders. So, I think he activated I've already moved. This should have been on heal, and I should on pain, and I shouldn't have moved heal yet. Okay, so I rolled low enough for heal to move, but he's out of command. He should have moved last, which means I wouldn't have been able to put Lowell into this spot, which really fouls everything up. Because I've got to leave them like they are, and then that means I'm going to have to leave somebody here. I can't. I'm going to have to leave those two there, because if because they would move last. They would move after. You have to move the units that are in command, that are put in command first, and then you roll for the ones that are out of command. So I moved Hill with one of his brigades up to there. And then he had to leave the others back here. And they're still in command range. But, all right, so okay, so Campbell, okay, that's who Pakenham is actually representing. Pakenham is actually his brother-in-law. He married Pakenham's sister. They were like childhood sweethearts, and Wellesley tried to acquire her hand in marriage, and the family didn't think he had enough recognition and prestige at the time, and so they turned him down. And so he really hadn't proved himself up to that point. And so then he goes out determined that he's going to show this family that he is more than worthy to ask for her marriage, and so for her hand in marriage. And so he promises, or I guess they make a pact or whatever, that when he's made a name for himself, he'll come back and marry her. Well, he comes back 10 years later, and of course now the family's more than welcome to have him marry into their family because of who he is now. He's acquired all this prestige from serving in the military, his success in India, and so forth. And, you know, they've kind of grown apart. In 10 years, they haven't seen each other. Can't think what her name is. Anyways, he complained to his brother that she had actually gotten ugly. But he went ahead and married her anyways. So, okay. So let's roll. We'll have to roll for Pakenham there to see if he can activate. All right, so I rolled a 3. So. So they're going to send this Chemus to stack there to also assist in that attack. But of course, he's out of command. All right, so now we want to see about these Spanish units. Okay. So see if they can activate. So we've got ones here with Cuesta. Del Parque got a 1, so they can move, and they are going to move as a unit. 1, 2 right there. Cuesta stays here. They're out of command. Let's roll for Manglano. He rolled a 4, so he can't do anything. He's out of command. Iglesias rolled a 3. He can't. He can't activate. Zolas. Okay, Zolas got a 1. And they're going to come out. Well, they're right there at that chateau, so they don't want to actually do anything. It's going to be the light cavalry and the artillery So they're going to go 1, 2, 3. Right there. Of course, he's out of command. And Henestrosa right here. 4, he's out of command, so he wasn't able to move, do anything. All right. So now let's go to the combat phase. Cavalry retreat step. I'm not going to have any cavalry that's going to be able to retreat. Only one that I think is in combat is this one, Strauss, and he's adjacent to an equal movement-wise enemy cavalry, so he can't retreat. So then we do artillery or reaction fire step. So the French can fire their guns. Okay, so those two are going to fire here at Hill. So that's a strength of 2. This unit here is blocked. Their line of sight is blocked by this slope here, but they're not. So, okay. So we have a strength of 2. Rolled a 4. Okay, no effect. Then we move to here. All right, so we've got a strength of 3 here. Okay, those 3, and then we have a strength of 2. That gives us a total strength of 5. So both of these stacks. And well, these two this stack here of 3, well, they're all gonna have to fire together, and we're gonna fire at this stack here. Okay, so this stack here is 3 away. That means they're gonna be halved. So that's gonna be 1.5, and then that's 2, so a total of 3 strength. Roll of 2 is not going to do anything. Okay. All right, so that's all of the French artillery. Okay. Now we go to the attack declaration step. So, all right. So, Payne has these two going to attack here. Those 2 cavalry regiments. Okay, and then down here, okay, we're going to have the 4th Division has the Chemist Brigade, and then the 3rd Division has the Mackenzie Brigade going to attack here, which is going to free this guy up. Look at this artillery to be included in this attack with these 2 guys, and then Del Parque's division. So let me make sure that the Spanish aren't limited in the. I know that their cavalry is not allowed. I guess that's a different game. Okay. So that's what we have going on there. And then the guerrillas up there, I didn't do anything with them. I could actually, with them up there, I could roll for initiative. Okay, so they both pass, which means I can move both of them 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're basically looking for a place where they can put a roadblock. So all right, so let's do the bombardment for the coalition. So he's not close enough. And all right, so we got Retberg here. Okay. And then here with Sherbrooke, we've got Elliott. So that's a strength of 2. So they're going to fire here. All they can do is get a DR. Okay, nothing. And then we go over here. Okay. I think celery, because they're in that orchard. Let's see. Yeah, no bombardment from or into Orchard Heights. So should have moved them. They can be used in combat, adjacent combat. All right. He's an orchard. All right, let's take care of this combat over here. Okay, so Chassé, the 3rd Brigade of the 4th Corps. Okay. And I don't have enough of these blocks to put them all in there, but this is what we got. So Bill Parquet has 6, and then this is 1, that's 7, and then here that's 6 over, that's 13. Okay, and then this unit here provides only half. So make sure I got that right. Yeah. So it's gonna be 13 to 2. Well, I rolled a 6, that's not good. Not really. 6 to 1. Well, yeah. That provides an exchange. So, all right, so Chase is eliminated. Okay. Oh, there's Campbell. How come I have him over there? Oh, I guess he must have been captured. So that means I couldn't use pachyderm. Let's flip him over. Okay. So you have to use somebody that's got a lower rated Stewart. Put him in there. Okay, so all right, so on the other side, they've got to lose at least half. So they can lose this artillery unit to count for half. And then Portugal will just end up with one of these guys. Well, I guess both of them. So they could both go in there. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, Portugal was in command. Del Parco can't go in there because he was out of command. So, all right. So now we have the British, okay, against the French here. So we got Keymis and Mackenzie. We got a total of 9. Okay. And it's 9-4. So that's 2-1. Okay, we got a defender retreat 2. So I'll have to retreat through here and here. Sebastiani. Okay, now Keymis, let's see, is not in command. Mackenzie is. So we're going to move Mackenzie up to there. All right, so now we move northward. Okay, and we've got the British cavalry. So we've got Cotton and Payne and Fane. Okay. So
can you talk a minute?
Huh?
Can you talk a minute?
How long?
Just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that guy's coming at 8. I need you to.
Okay.
And then
What?
I need you probably to take Justin at 8:15.
Okay. All right, so we've got 4 against 2. Okay. It's 2-1. 4. Okay, defender has to retreat. Retreat to, yeah, he'll retreat to there, and then the cavalry have to move in. All right. Let me just move this out so it's beside them. That way it's easier to see it, or to see who's who. All right, so here's the situation. We've got there we go. We've got the Spanish van division, light cavalry and artillery were pushed out east of Talavera. And Glano has pushed into the orchards here. Del Parque and Portigo have engaged the French and drove them back. Actually destroyed a small brigade. And of course, Mackenzie and Kemys forced the 4th Regiment of the 4th Corps, 2nd Division, to hightail it out of there. The coalition have already lost 2 artillery batteries and a cavalry regiment. They might call it a brigade in this. Yeah, they're calling it a brigade, but it's really like a regiment. And with Albuquerque and Bassincourt arriving north of the Sierra de Segrilla, Sierra de Segrilla, then that just kind of put a stop to the British attack up there. Also with Payne driving back the French cavalry. Strauss and his 4th Light Cavalry of the 4th Corps. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stop there. with the end of the 7 o'clock turn, and now we'll be moving over to the La Bataille on the next video, where I'll have 3 turns. Each turn here is an hour. So that's the situation right now. Of course, the coalition have a 10-point, they've got 10 points here, and they've got Medallion covered so far, and now they have, well, not yet. It's got to have infantry here. So, but that's 15. And then if we count the cards, they've got 14. Actually, they've got 12. And the French have 1. If we're not counting losses. So the French are going to have to pony up and get after it. Use Latour to maybe come around and outflank or defeat Albuquerque over here. So Latour is here. We give him a couple of turns to get over here in position to then attack. And if he can get here behind Wellesley, then of course that's going to cut off part of their retreat. They're going to be forced to in a bad position. They're going to be in a bind, because they're going to be getting attacked from 2 sides, front and rear. So the French really need to get, Joseph needs to wake up, which next turn he'll wake up on a 3 or less. So but that's the situation with the Library of Napoleonic Battles. So hopefully this is helping some of y'all, maybe with what not to do, or maybe on what rules you're missing or doing wrong. You see something I'm doing wrong, throw it out in the comments. That helps not only me, but it also helps other viewers in not doing something incorrectly, because they see me do it. So all right, you know, Kevin Zucker's production team put out fine quality. Okay, these maps are very well done. The counters are they're not fancy, but they look good. They're pleasing to the eye. They're easy to read. And I like the pictures of the leaders on the counter. And, you know, it's an easier system to play. The cards add a little bit to it. There's a lot of strategy in the card use that really comes out when you're playing face-to-face. That, of course, you know, of course doesn't play out so much when you're playing solo. This is really designed for face-to-face or multiple players on each side. Like if you've ever watched any of the Thursday Night Gamers, then of course they use those sleds, those wooden sleds, to do their hidden movement, which of course you can do the hidden movement with these counters. You know, just put it over the top, okay, of a unit, and then so they're hidden, okay. And, you know, you could also dummy them up where you put more than one, you know, to try to confuse your opponent. And this is where the vedettes come in. You know, you put a couple of these on top of a vedette and send a vedette out. And your opponent's thinking, well, you know, that's a stack of, maybe there's a leader there, you know, or, you know, there's 3 units belonging to the same division, and maybe they're threatening your supply or communications, whatever. So, you know, you've got to send something out there to find out what it is. So, the hidden movement is, I think, where this would really shine because of the use of the vedettes. And really the vedettes are like just playing solo. That they just don't really work. Because, yeah, I can cover all these guys up with hidden counters that are not in line of sight, you know. So any unit that's like, you know, like this, I would cover up this supply wagon back here. I would cover up this so that my opponent doesn't know what that is. You know, I could do that. But the thing is, I'm going to be moving this so often that, you know, to me, it's too much trouble. And so I don't use them, even though I would like to use the vedettes and everything. I don't, to me, it's kind of more of it's more troublesome than what I'm getting out of it, in my opinion. So I don't use the vedettes. I've tried to use the cover up, you know, and do the hidden movement and everything, and use the vedettes, and, you know, but I know where the vedettes are. You know, I know where everything's at, and if I kind of tend to forget, then, you know, once you know, it's one side's time to move, then all of a sudden now I know where everything's at again. So, but, you know, you can play a shell game when you're playing face-to-face with the hidden movements and everything. So, that and the cards really add a lot to the game. And, you know, you can see by looking at the cards that they are quality workmanship. Okay, they're thick cards, they're not flimsy, and they're going to last, you know. So, and I like all of the imaging and the way that they've just presented them. So, and this even has the year 2017 is when the Quagmire came out. So, all right. So the next video, like I said, will be over with the La Bataille Talavera, and that'll actually be, I guess, video 11. Kind of slow going. One thing is moving from one rule set to another, and all 3 of these I haven't played them in a while. The easiest one to play is the one that I'm on now. The most difficult one is the La Bataille. You know, my favorite system is the Napoleonic battle series from the Gamers and MMP, between these 3. So, but there's multiple other systems out there. Of course, we now have the 1807 ILAO 1807 series, and we have the Viva la Empress series, and we have the Eagles system. which none of those three have a Talavera. So I couldn't include that. And, you know, you may say, well, why didn't you try to find a game where, you know, all of them are included? Well, that excludes the Peninsula War. Because some of the others have not even come, or even like, I guess, I don't know if they will even have Peninsular War battles. Haxism hadn't even mentioned anything about the Peninsula War. That's like the forgotten war of the Napoleonic age, is the battles over there. It's like they're second rate, I guess. Maybe because you really don't have Napoleon involved. He went over there for part of, I think, what, 1808? So, the only, let's see, of course, La Bataille has covered a couple of games. Albura, okay, I have that one. Of course, Quagmire there's 4 other battles in this game. And then with the Talavera, all you have is Talavera, and then the game that's also with it, Vimeiro, however you want to pronounce that. So it's just disappointing for someone that really enjoys studying the Peninsular War that you don't have a lot of game production on those battles. So, you know, you got Fuentes de Horno, you got many others that need to be covered. So, but we're going to cut this one short here. We finished this turn, and now we're going to move on to La Bataille. So we've already had losses on each side, and I've got all of that over there. So you got the French lost kind of a partial brigade, and the British lost a cavalry unit and 2 batteries. So, all right, I'll see you in the next video.